Hey everybody. Now, so I'm pretty sure nobody knows lah. Because I just want to settle our unfinished stuff. Yeah, so if let's say anyone over here, right, can you let me know whether the mic everything is okay? If let's say okay, just let me know in the chat. So I can thorough continue without doing any adjustment. All good, huh? Okay, all good and nice. So probably another 5 minutes there will start with you. So any question you can ask me now. Like, let's say yesterday you do like halfway, then teacher, I actually don't get one of the part. Let me know now. Teacher, I actually don't get one of the part. All good, all good. Okay, so I start lah. Okay, I start. Okay. Now, so we are done with our section A, and the locus question that I mentioned, right? I already put I mean I already finished like the what's it called, the passive the what's it called, the solution, everything. So when you check the description later after the class, right, then you'll be able to see like all the handwritten notes, all the handwritten answer. Okay, cool. Yeah. Now, so everyone, now our unfinished task 太容易破 very early. Now, so section B and section C, right? It's our remaining question, but just to remind everybody, our section C, right? Suppose there is 2 questions, but I do one only. So I put 1 question there only. Suppose you have 2 questions and you are required to select one. You are required to select one of it, like in your section C, question 16 and 17, but I put there one only lah. Okay, now, so of course, one very important thing, do you notice the paper that I passed to you, right? I didn't put something relating to logical reasoning. Yeah, I'll do that in our last minute class. So in our last minute class, I will do that. Okay, so Jom, let's go into section B. It's transformation, everybody. Transformation. Might everything clear? Might everything clear? Okay, cool. So as for your transformation, it says diagram 5 shows an equilateral triangle. Oh, I tell you, this question a bit geng. So you know what? I don't know whether you have this situation or not, like when you do your question, like your normal mathematics question, right? You notice when you do it, you don't know whether you're wrong, or maybe you correct or not. But the funny thing is that SPM question, there is a few questions, right? After you do it, you notice, you actually don't know whether you're wrong, but then you just get your answer. Sounds a bit weird, right? This is one of the questions where it looks like this. So that's why eventually students, they actually do in a sort of wrong way, but they still get the correct answer. Weird, right? Okay, never mind, just continue. Okay, equilateral triangle for ABC, and then drawn on the Cartesian plane. Point PQR are midpoint, so basically they are middle point of all the sides of the equilateral lah. Then you have BCAC, all these things we know lah. Okay, so they say state whether APB and your BQC. Where's BQC? APB APB, okay, this one they say APB lah, it's equivalent to BQC, okay, this one BQC or not. This is what they say, whether same as this or not. So same or not? Then they say justify your answer. So very simple, you just write that. Yes, of course it is the same. But of course, if let's say you want to judge whether this is congruent or not, normally we use side lah. We use side. So as for me, I will write the, you know what? Because like all these side 100% equal already because it's equilateral. So the only thing you want to prove to them for me, I'll write this way. I'll write because your AP length is the same as your BQ length. For me, I'll write that way. Because if let's say you talk about AB is equals to BC, that one, because of equilateral, I know already. So if let's say you want to say something like, oh teacher, can I say BP equals to QC? Of course, you know they are equal because midpoint. So it's up to you on what you want to write. So for me, I'll write BQ because BQ is equals to AP. So I'm comparing side to side. Okay, Ken? No worries, I just start like a while only. Yeah, this one is like not expected. I just Julie come in and then finish the unfinished task. Okay, the B and C recorded. So if let's say you have your task, you plan your revision already, just go ahead and do your own revision. Eventually it's recorded. Okay, nice. Okay, so this one is part A lah. Then part B is the one where, you know what? This is a bit geng lah. So let's see what it says. Okay, it says PQR is the image of triangle ABC. Okay, let's check. Oh my gosh, PQR away. You see PQR then after that Q and then R. Looks like this triangle, I know they are equal in length, but the size is smaller, right? So obviously it's about enlargement already. It's about enlargement already. Then after that, it says under a single transformation. There's only one transformation that happens. So let's check again. PQR is the small one, is the image, and the largest one is the object, so students, according to the 4 transformation, I will show you now, you can screenshot. Okay, let me take away now. How I teach transformation to students. You can check out my recorded videos. My recorded videos in my YouTube channel, right, about full go through of your transformation. I ask you all to memorize that. Okay, but never mind. I will show you the what's it called, the whole thing on how I teach students on the transformation thing. Okay, as for transformation, I will tell students, I will ask students to memorize this. You see? So I said, you must memorize this part first from your form 2, correct? Your translate, reflect, rotate, and the important keywords. Wisely, you are right. Okay, now then of course, this red color one, I purposely put it there. I didn't write anything. So we're gonna fit the information inside. So what is that important information that you have to fit for your form 5? The form 5, the only thing they teach you, the only 2 important things they teach you are 2 only, One is enlargement, another one is combined transformation. Combined transformation. So enlargement, okay, enlargement is one of it, pembesaran, okay, enlargement. And of course, you have 2 more things. You have another 2 things, S equals to I per O. I always use this way to tell students, S equals to I per O. Then another thing will be, student will say, teacher, I thought S, scale factor, suppose we put K on. Yes, you can put K. K is that universal unit for you to what's it called, to present enlargement. So this one normally students put K in textbook they put K on. It's just that I put S so easier to memorize Then this will be image, this will be object. So this is the length of image. So I just put it there. So this is the length of object. Okay, then of course another very important thing about this scale factor thing. So you have what? You have this one, you will need to decide whether it is positive or negative. So if let's say you are here, I'm going to ask everyone, I'll get you some time. So what happened is that, what do I mean by negative and positive? The common mistake that student made, you know what? Student will tell me this thing, teacher, negative positive, is it like bigger or smaller? The answer is a big no. Negative positive It's about whether your object image, there is a change in orientation or not. So like for example, students, look at this Batman theory that I mentioned to students. Okay, look at the black color version, you see? The black color version. You look at the original Manila cardboard that this inspector put it in front of the spotlight. Object originally put it there, right? So when you enlarge, right, it shines to the sky and project to the cloud, right? So this is the image. So do you notice there is no change in orientation? So this kind of situation, you see, I put a green color plus there. This is positive enlargement. I don't care whether it becomes bigger or smaller. The important thing is that there is no change in orientation. That's the thing. Okay, you have to know this, so you decide negative, positive by using what? By using picture. So you look at this. This is the object. When I connect the line, pass through center, then you see the head now originally on top, right? Now it becomes below already. It's like terbalik. This one different already. This is negative enlargement. This is negative enlargement. So what we're gonna do next, students? So I'm gonna go back and of course I will put it over here. You want to screenshot? You screenshot. Okay, you want to screenshot? You can screenshot. Okay, so I put like 3 seconds. Your screenshot if you want. 3, 2, 1. Joke. Okay, the one above, I put it there. There's one more thing I want to put inside, which is your COE. COE stands for Center of Enlargement. So how do you get center of enlargement? Come. I always put short form. Do you know why? Because we don't need to write the words. That's why I put there so that you know what, you have to write that, but you need the coordinates only. So you need the coordinate you need the coordinate. So how do you get the center of enlargement? Very simple. Heads to heads you connect, tail to tail you connect. The intersecting point, center of enlargement, everybody. Okay, understand? Okay, understand? Now, so the next one will be what? Okay, the next one, let's go to like our next part. So our next part, students, now if let's say you want to screenshot this, you can screenshot, or maybe you can check out the the full go through of my transformation on memorizing them. But of course, try to times 1.5 make the process faster. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so done already. So go back. Of course, one more on Form 5 information will be your just now I say already, your combined transformation. So later I will mention it in another class. In another part of the questions. Okay, so let's get into the next part. Okay, the next part, you know already lah. You know already. This is a super obvious one. This is a super obvious enlargement. So I put it here. A done already. You see, A is here. So B, I put it here. B, the first thing you write is your enlargement. Okay, and the next one, students, to get your next information, which is S equals to I per O, and your COE, let me tell you something. Center of enlargement, COE, is the easiest one. I will connect it first. I'll just mention it to you. You don't have to type to me lah. Obviously, your P point, you will connect to A point, right? So I will just draw it. P to A lah, object to image. So A to P, you connect them, and of course B connect to Q, obviously, and then eventually it's like C connect to R. You get a very specific intersecting point of 3, 2. That's the center of enlargement. So okay, we get the center of enlargement already, but the part, remember, starting of the question, I said a lot of students actually still get the answer, but they actually do it the wrong way. Okay, so let me show everybody on how to get the answer. Okay, you see how I get it, Okay, I mean, there are so many ways lah. Okay, it's just that I'm showing you some different explanations so that if let's say other situation comes up, you still know how to handle them. Okay, everyone. To get your to get your scale factor, obviously this is negative or positive. That's the first thing. Wisely already tell the answer just now, right? The answer is a confirmed negative because there is a change in orientation. So you know you have to put negative already, correct? You know, but I repeat, negative is where you look at the picture and you decide it according to the picture. Okay, now job, next. The next one will be image over object. But then image over object, you know what? Students say, teacher, easy lah, take the length lah. Then you compare to another length lah. So in this case, you have to compare to this length lah. But the problem is, do you have the length? Then student will say, teacher, I use ruler measure, can or not? I'll slap you. Cannot lah. Okay, then student say, teacher, I count units lah. I don't want to take the slide because slide cannot count units ma. I take height, can or not? Okay, I take the height. You know what? Student count like this, you know. They say 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit. They say 4. Cannot lah. You see? I make it bigger. Actually, me myself, when I do the question, I didn't notice one, you know. It's like student tell me, okay, like my eyes cannot see. Because the picture when I show student, I put it on the board at time, right? I'm standing very far, you know. Then student is like, teacher, I thought there's a small part there. You see, there's a small missing part there. Then student say, teacher, just fit inside and make it 4 lah. Okay. Actually, if you do that way, the answer is still correct lah. But then I don't think this is a sort of correct way to do it. I think the correct way to do it. So better what we do is that, okay, I show you another way lah. For me, I think another proper way to explain it is supposed to be like this. Hey, August girl. Okay, see so I will recommend student this one extra explanation I personally will explain this way lah. Students, I'm pretty sure when you do transformation, 100% we talk about area before. Okay, so what is area related enlargement? Okay, let me show you. The formula for me, I memorized this way. S squared equals to AI over AO. Do you notice SIO is the same? That one is like image over object involving length. This one area involving, you see, image object involving area. That's why your scale factor there is a square. Just a quick one. If I say volume, then will be scale factor Q equals to volume of image over volume of object. This one extra tell you only. Normally will be area. Not normally lah. Like your syllabus is only up to area. Okay. Now, so students, you see what I'm going to do? I will treat it like this, you know. I will treat it like A. The image there is only one triangle. One triangle. This is not a length. This is one part. One part. That's why I will use area point of view to do it. So S squared equals to area of image, one part. Area of object, tell me how many parts. Okay, I'll give you all some time to tell me how many parts. For that bigger one is your object now. So the area of object, how many parts of that little triangle there? So I'm using parts, you know. Wow. So that's why I say this question. If let's say, sometimes if you think too much, it might be hard. If let's say you sort of like me, bodo a bit, then you still get correct. Okay, yes, you're right. There's 4 parts. You see, I show you 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 parts to represent the whole big triangle. So that's why I say this SPM question quite okay now. So S equals to, you bring the square over, you square root 1 over 4. So scale factor equals to 1 over 2. Square root then you get ready lah. So your answer will be, this is negative 1 over 2. Then I can write my answer already. I will show you how I write the answer. Therefore, the answer will be enlargement with scale factor equals negative 1 over 2. But if let's say you say, teacher, can put equal one, man. Okay, if let's say you don't want, you can put like this. Scale factor, comma, k equals to negative 1 over 2. If you want, then you put this way, looks better. I mean, if you want. Okay, then after you get this one, then you put there about center. Hello there. About center, 3, 2. Now, tell you complete 3 marks. Okay, complete 3 marks. Okay, Mo. So let's move to the next one, okay? Now, kawan-kawan sekalian, so this is A and B. The part C thing is an extra I bomb in on. This question in your SPM is actually in section A. Yeah, in section A. So this question I would say lah, mantap. Okay. Okay, so there is like so many extra things that they talk about lah. Okay, which is very good lah. So at least I go through it with you, then you know some in-depth of it. Okay, so everyone, let's get into the next part, part C. Part C, I already said lah. So of course, our version here is like one intensive version. You know what is intensive or not? Intensive means like a quick version. Okay, a quick version. So you cannot say something like, teacher, if let's say intensive version, can you go lagi in depth or not? If let's say lagi in depth, then why we do our mathematics the whole year? Right, not impossible. So this one intensive version. So a lot of things I didn't go super in depth. So another thing, okay, everyone, for part C, sorry. It says diagram 13.2 shows pentagon. You can see plenty of pentagons. There is bigger one, there is smaller one. So obviously, it involved enlargement definitely. Look at this, involved enlargement really. And of course, super obvious that this thing involve, I will ask you all let me know, involve another three things: translation, reflection, and rotation. Translasi, pantolan, and your, what's it called? And your putaran. So there's three extra things. Pembesaran is 100% really your enlargement. Okay, so among the three Form 2 version, can you tell me another extra transformation that you need to complete the picture or not? There is one more only. Oh, there is one more only. Yes, Yongyi, mantap. Okay, rotation. Why not? I'm pretty sure this one we do in seminar. In our actual seminar. Right? Okay, so I will show you like some tricks. And this trick, right? Okay, let me tell you something. I don't want to claim the what's it called? I don't want to claim the credits. So suppose this extra method that I learned on rotation is not by using ruler, it's not by using compass, but I learned it from a teacher. I think this teacher is from Kuching, you know. I've been going through like a lot of YouTube teachers. Okay, I learned from a teacher called Jing Chong. So when I look at it, it's like, whoa, I straight away go to the chat. I said, wow, Jing Chong, this one another level. I really didn't thought of that before. Yes, Jing Chong. Yeah, so you all know Jing Chong? So Jing Chong talks about buzzer precision. He talks about all the little details one by one. So normally, if let's say I look at how school teacher talk about the syllabus everything, right? So normally I refer to Jing Chong. So I would say that one geng. So it's just that I use this so that I can elaborate in English version so everybody can see it. Okay, so let me read the whole situation first. It says JKLM is the image of ABCD. Okay, so I'll put there JKLM is the image, and then ABCD is the object. So I'll put there JKLM is the largest one, JKLM. So that's the image. So I put there the largest one is actually the image. And then your ABCD is the object. Hey students, but then this thing you come to your final image impossible. The size is really different. And then your enlargement, when you talk about different orientation, you will tell me negative, correct or not? But this one possible to be negative enlargement or not? Impossible, because negative enlargement, although there is a change in orientation, but it's like totally opposite direction. Meaning, if the head is originally on top, after you do negative related enlargement, your head now is like totally opposite direction to you see, to bottom, up to down, left to right. You get what I mean? So it's like totally opposite direction. You cannot say, oh teacher, just now the head is up, then after I do enlargement negative already, now the head is left, can or not? Cannot. So if let's say the head becomes left, meaning besides enlargement, there is another extra transformation inside. Okay, you get what I mean? Okay, so let's get into the situation. So impossible to be one transformation only. And of course, another thing they talk about combined transformation. So confirm not single transformation really. Okay, so HG, students, this is the second thing you learn in your Form 5. Okay, second thing you learn in your Form 5. So combined transformation, you always do what? You always do the last one, then you come back to the first one. No reason, that's the format on how you do your. Sorry, cannot. Yeah, continue. Okay, now so students, I'm going to mention this way. Of course, your object is your ABCD. Your object is your ABCD, and you want to go into your final image, but because there is two transformation, so meaning this is what you're going to do. Object to image, that is your first transformation. Sorry, students. Joke. I slapped myself first. You see, I terbalik the sequence. Oh my gosh. Wow, big mistake. Oh. 1, 2. You do the last one first. I already said no reason why behind first, right? I terbalik the 1 and 2 already. Okay, you all changed already, you all type 1. Oh my gosh, I do something nearly kill everybody. So you change already, you type 1, so at least I know. You all changed already. You see this one, I changed the sequence already, you change already, you type 1. You see the 1 and 2, you do behind first, Oh my gosh, nearly. Joshana, right? This paper is actually a combo of different passive paper. So the material, you can look at my pin. You can click on the pin to download. You can click on the pin to download. So I pick here and there, I mix them up. So it's not exactly 100 marks. 别想我，别想我。我永远在你心里。什么鬼？ Okay, so object to image, that would be your G lah. That would be your G lah. Okay, so obviously, where is your first picture? There, this one is your first picture later out, right? Then you continue, no problem, welcome. So then this one, you will change to object, then you go to your final image there. This one, final image, the largest one. So that's why you see there is a good thing. They already provide that extra point, that extra picture for you, So I put there, number 1, number 2, and number 3. Okay, of course, this one, last one will be H lah. So where is the number 1? There, this one number 1. Okay, this one number 1. Where's number 2? There, this one number 2. Because the largest one is the final image one, number 3. So you see the sequence is there already. So you have to make sure you know how to differentiate the what's it called? The different, you have to differentiate nicely on which belongs to which. So this one important. So remember to check out the rest of the videos that I put it under description. You can click on that. So under the description, I already said other past year revision videos, you can check out the other transformation question that I put inside. You have to click on the past year, then inside the description I type for you already. Wisely, too bad, cannot for this situation. Because you start with your object. Okay, let me tell you something wisely. Only if there is no, look at the alphabet dimension, there is no JQRSU. You let's say no JQRSU, the question is a blank one, you do it yourself, then different. Then you can do the other one. Okay. So that's why this one fixed already. They are fixed already. Too bad. Okay. Yeah, I wake up there through life already. That's why you see 颓废. Okay. You see, I didn't shave it. Okay, continue. So let's get into the what's called the whole transformation thing. Okay. So we have our G. Okay, you see G and A. So number 1 we have G lah, and then next we have H lah. So students, I will put the information by the side so you can compare lah. You can compare. Now everyone, so I will do the arrow. So this one is the first one. Then this one is the second one. You see the sequence, right? So I do the easiest one. Why not I get you a bit of time? This one very simple. I want you to type a complete answer according to what I taught you just now on this part. This part 2 to 3 is a very obvious H. So you are doing H, So I give you some time, like probably 1-2 minutes. Can you complete the complete sentence in the chat so everybody can have a look at it? Okay, if you do wrongly, it's fine. I already said we are super friendly here. Okay, so let's do it. So I give you some time, you can do that. Super obvious enlargement gradient. Super obvious gradient. I'll put some hints by the side. So for H, I know that's an enlargement. So I know S equals to I per O. I know I have COE that I have to find. So these are the things that we're going to do. And super obvious that your scale factor is positive. No change in orientation, right? Okay, so come, try. The enlargement part can already. Rotation later I show you. Because rotation have to be complete. Slash, not bad. Not bad. Okay, not bad. I haven't checked my answer yet. Like what I mentioned to students, every single question I just walk through it, I didn't do it before. Maybe some of it do it before in normal class, then I also forget it. So I don't have the actual answer yet. Yeah. Okay, come more. Okay, Shing also get one answer already. Later we compare and see. So far, students have different answer. Remember, scale factor image over object. Image over object. So how many units are there for your image? How many units are there for your object? You have to be careful. Wow, August curve. A plus level lor. Do extra for me like slash. Okay, now everyone, job, let's do it. H, thank you very much. Okay, come. Okay, so I continue. Now, okay, so over here, so we're gonna, don't say like this, I also dream of you. Okay, so everyone, so in this situation, scale factor image over object, scale factor, you see, your image, because object to your final image, so your image, how many units? You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unit, 6 over object of 4 units. So 6 over 4, 3 over 2. Small mistake is okay. So now you know. Small mistake. So you have to take the whole thing. So of course, try not to take slide. Slide, very hard to determine the units. So you get 3 over 2, no negative, because no change in orientation. Center of enlargement, very simple. Corresponding point. You look at the word I mentioned, listen carefully. Corresponding point. So you see, K to Q corresponding. You see, students, fingers, thumb to thumb, corresponding finger, corresponding index finger, corresponding middle finger, corresponding ring finger, and corresponding pinky, right? These are corresponding. Or how can your thumb connect to your pinky? I mean, if let's say you use the word corresponding, these are not corresponding fingers lah. So in this point, in this situation, corresponding points, when you connect them, you extend longer, their intersection will be your center of enlargement. You see, K to Q connect, then L to R connect them. You notice your corresponding point is J. So you see J, but I will still prefer student to put 20 instead of J. When you put J is when the question no Cartesian plane. Then different. Okay, so students, I'll write there. So you see whether you get the correct answer or not. For those that you didn't type to me, but if let's say you do it already, if let's say you get correct, you just put there. Good. So it means so I know you actually get the correct answer already. So enlargement with scale factor k equals to, k equals to 3/2. I mean, you can write other sentence on. Some students, they start with center first. Okay, with about center. I always use the same sentence. Okay, hey Kapinga. Okay, about center 20 lah. So you get the answer already. Okay, be careful with our next part, which is rotation. This one you have to make sure you know how to handle, because I already said I use that very, very powerful method where it helps me in every situation now. Okay, so you can avoid using compass, you can avoid using ruler, you are just purely using some tricks to handle the question now. So the trick is about opening a door. So I innovate a bit. I talk about opening the door. So everyone, look at how I open the door to get the final answer. Okay, everyone, for G, it's a very obvious rotation. So 这些没有关系，只全部 point 都可以学到。Yes, wisely, but you must always start with transformation. How you jump up the sequence is okay, but you must start with transformation. Meaning you have to start with enlargement, you have to start with rotation, you have to start with reflection. These words you cannot say center blah 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 rotation of 90 cannot. Cannot. I mean, they can write that way. Is the examiner can write that way, but you cannot. If let's say you want to write, you have to start with transformation first. Okay, can Okay, students, G. G. Hey. G, look at this. Object to image, this one confirm not translation already because orientation change. You left reflect, rotate. How do I know this is rotation? You connect them, then you know already. Okay, students, I erase, see, I make it bigger. How I know this is rotation? I teach you. Corresponding point, you connect using pencil. Okay, you connect A to J, obviously. Then you see this slide over here, you connect to this slide. So obviously, E to U. E to U. Then D to what? D obviously to S. Okay, D to S. Then C to what? C to R. C to R. Then finally, your B to Q. Okay, B to Q. So students, do you notice there is plenty of intersection? Because of intersection, therefore, it's a super confirmed rotation. You see, you're smart. It's a super confirmed rotation. That's why I said mantap already on the result. Okay, super confirmed rotation. So once you know this is a rotation, this kind of rotation, okay, I'll put it over here just to explain further. So this is a super obvious rotation, and this is a very messy rotation, everyone. So I mentioned this before. What is messy and what is tidy? Imagine it's one, but sometimes might get confused. I show you a situation. But of course, if let's say your level is like super high, then different. Okay, let me show you a situation. Take away. Because when I mention something, I have to make sure I mention every single thing so student won't miss out. So that's why normally in my class, it takes a long time. It takes a long time. Okay, so but funny thing is that sometimes students say I talk nonsense. But I'm okay as long as I pass the information to you all. Okay, so transformation, there is a few things I need to show you all. Where is my transformation? Here. Okay, see, look at this. Students, let's assume This is object and this is image. Everyone type in the chat for me. Translation impossible already, correct? Enlargement, of course, I skip as well lah. So you left reflect and rotate. Tell me reflect, rotate. If you reflect, you type RE lah. Rotate, you type RO. That's why I don't prefer filling in. Because if let's say the question talk about describing, you see only smart lor. If let's say student said, teacher, I look at it, I roughly can fill it already. Better don't. Better don't. So I personally still prefer students to connect them. You connect, 100% you know the answer already. Because if you connect the corresponding point, when it is parallel, no, cannot be both. When it is parallel, as in the corresponding point, you connect them. When parallel, confirm reflection. If let's say intersect, intersect, confirm rotation. But if the intersection is like super messed up like the previous one, confirm 90 degree. If the intersection, there is only one specific intersecting point. What do I mean? Okay, see, A to J, correct? This one straight line, of course, your B to K lah. So B to K lah. Of course, C to L lah. Nah, see or not? One specific intersecting point. Rotation. Very tidy, correct? Very tidy, Cannot. Reflection, confirm cannot. Because reflection, your reflection must be perpendicular, directly opposite. This one, not directly opposite. So this is a confirmed rotation only. If let's say worse, you want to go into another transformation, cannot. Negative enlargement involving scale factor 1. But nobody do that. Cannot. Reflection y equals negative x, cannot. Because that will be here. But even the object image also not possible to be reflection already. Cannot. Sorry, So always connect them. You connect the corresponding point, confirm you get your rotate or reflect. That's why don't fill it. If you fill it, cannot lah. If let's say you go work, you tell your boss, hey, I think it's like this. Wow, your boss will be like, what the heck? You fill it, so you want to get confirmed answer. That's why when I do teaching, I cannot say, I feel like reflection, cannot. So I have to tell students a confirmed answer. Cannot, August, cannot. Too bad, cannot. Because the point to point is not reflection. So it's like this, Your picture is like this. Because if I say reflection, your picture should be like this, but it's like this already. So rotation, DAR. You remember the keywords that I mentioned to you, see? I show you. To the, see? DAR, your direction clockwise, anti-clockwise. Your angle 90, 180, confirm. I know 180 because of tidy, Then 180 super easy because your intersecting point itself is already rotation point. So 180 is super cheap. 180 degrees, that's the first thing I write. Your rotation point of 24 is my second point. And come on, 180, you do anything also can. You do clockwise. Of course, I write nicely clockwise. Then you know how I write the complete sentence? Simple one. The template that I show you is like perfect already. Rotation, clockwise, 180, just put 2 words for me. About center. About center, 24, done. Your answer complete 3 marks. 180 is the cheapest, the easiest question. Okay, cheapest and easiest question. Okay, choke. Next, go back to rotation, where that's the only part where students stuck. Okay, where students stuck. Okay, so let's get into the situation. You see, I mentioned a lot on, that's why one question I can elaborate a lot. So that's why, remember, if let's say you need more questions, check out the other questions, just times 1.5 and look at all the informations. Okay, so boom. Sorry. So let's go back to the question. Okay, our question here. So, this one, messy. So according to DAR, you see, according to your DAR, that's a confirmed 90 already. Confirm 90 already. But where is the rotation point? I mentioned, if students, you already know how to get your rotation point using your own way, and you have been getting the correct answer, please continue with your method. If you have a problem in getting rotation point, why not you try the method that I'm going to show you now? Okay, then at least you know how to do. For those that you already know it, then of course, use back your own way so it won't confuse you. Okay, so students, for me, right, when I teach students this opening one, like I say, open the door one, right? Okay, this is the idea. Student, this is the idea. In seminar, I mentioned to students, but some students, they don't understand the meaning of knob. Do you know what's a doorknob? In case you don't know, I draw it for you. This is a doorknob. In case you don't know, I don't know whether my drawing good or not. The doorknob. You go there, you twist one mark, right? You twist, then you open the door. You open the door, right? This one confirm win already. So I put a little video as well. Okay. Yongyi, of course, my PSV free A one, okay? Okay. So everyone, look at this. So for me, right? For me, let me tell you something. The first thing students need to do is that students need to know where is the possible position of your rotation point. But this thing only applies to certain students only. So I'm going to ask everyone over here. Can everyone tell me in the chat, okay, for those that are here, you tell me where is your potential rotation point, because this one is your object image, right? So your rotation point impossible to be in the middle. In the middle is where this is 180. This is not 180. So it means it's either on this side or this side. So 1 or 2, everyone. Guess. 1 or 2. If you get the final answer, you can straight away tell me where's the final answer for rotation point. So everyone, if let's say according to your point of view, where is your answer? 1 or 2? If you don't know, you type 3. I mean, in normal class, in seminar, I mentioned to students before, and I said I don't know one. I mean, if let's say I'm a Form 5 student like you, I don't know. Hey, Ray is the first one that come in just now, you know. Ray. 1, 2, which one? Come more. So the answer is either 1 or 2. If let's say you don't know, you put 3 now. Okay, now I put away. So let's assume students say the answer is at 1 position. You see how I teach students. Okay, you see how I teach students. Okay, students, among all the connected lines, like corresponding point you connect already, you get all the lines on, right? I will select one of the slide. Yes, the stream will be posted later. It's recorded, don't worry. You can do your own revision first. I will select one of it only, you know. So let's say, student, let's say I select the biggest one. I show you. I select the biggest one. Okay, now, so everyone, I select one of it. Okay, let's say I select BQ. I purposely take the bigger one. So I select the bigger one. So I erase the rest, I take the biggest one. Now, so I highlight and show everybody. So in your exam, you just understand it. Okay, you don't do like highlight all these things and do like super messed up stuff. Understand the situation. Okay, students. So how do I get rotation point just by using this slide? The first thing to everybody, I'm pretty sure a lot of students that follows me, you know how to do it. So can everyone tell me in the chat? I mean, if let's say possible for you to find it now. Okay, do you manage to find a right angle triangle which is this direction, because you said the answer is around here? Can you draw a right angle triangle using BQ line as the hypotenuse? Because it's a slide, hypotenuse already. But your right angle triangle must be this direction. Student will be like, teacher, what do you mean? What do you mean by this direction? The right angle triangle, that's the hypotenuse. Okay, let me draw the right angle triangle that I want you to imagine. If you can imagine it, you type yes. If you cannot, you see how I do it. Now, so the answer will be B, you draw horizontal line to A, Q, you draw horizontal line to to A. Then this is the right angle triangle that I'm talking about. If you can see it, you type yes. You see the triangle, it's this direction. If let's say you mention, teacher, why can't I draw the other direction? You are like me. I don't know where is the potential rotation point. That's why I don't know where my right angle triangle should go to. Okay, so that's why some student will say, teacher, here cannot, man. That's why I said this should be the second situation students. Okay, for students where you know the rotation point is at this direction, you draw your right angle triangle this way. Okay, remember to use pencil. In your exam, try not to mess up so many things when you do drawing all these things to get to decide your answer. Better use pencil. I mean, final answer use pen. Okay, now so everyone, so I draw it for you first. So this is the right angle triangle that we are talking about. And this is the right angle triangle. This is the right angle that I mentioned. And remember, students, I talk about the doorknob. Then this is the doorknob. And when you open the door, I tell you, everyone, you always push out. You open, you push. Because you are inside the billet. The right angle triangle is like a what? It's like a room. You are inside the right angle triangle room. So later you will twist that knob. This is the knob, you know. The right angle triangle is the knob you twist. You twist, then you push. But wait, where is the door? How big is the door? How big is the door? We have to know. Okay, students, look at the trick. That's why I say I have to praise Chiku Chong. Thank you, Chiku Chong, on the methods that I so happen to like look at it. Okay, so students, look at this. Our counter is here. So how this method works, very simple. You calculate the amount of units, you know. 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit, 5 units, 6, 7, 8. Continue, 9, 10, 11, 12. Students, 12. So I put there, there's a total of 12. Okay, if you understand how I get the 12, you type 12. So at least I know you know. Because some students, they don't know, you know. That's why seminar, I always ask. Because there is a lot of students where you're not in my class before, right? So let me know. Okay, so one more time, I see. So where is the 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Slide not included. How you calculate the slide? You do pioneer student for what? I want the slide only. This is a trick. Okay, it's a trick. So after you get this, you take 12 divided by 2. You take 12 divided by 2. It's a trick, I said. Then you get 6. And you go to any points. Of course, B or Q only, not A. You don't go to the knob. You go to Q or B. You start here also can. You start here also can. It's the same. Because I want half of it. So let's say I start with Q. I start with Q. You see? So I start. Now, students, look at this. Start with Q. Oops. Start with Q. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop. Stop. I go there. I put a dot there. You see? I stop there. Okay. If you know, I calculate 6 units and I stop there because I divide by 2, right? It's a trick only. No reason why I divide by 2. It's just a trick. Then you type 6. Okay, to tell me you understand the situation. If you start with B, you see I calculate for you. B is the same one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, same. Okay. So if you know how I get the cross, you type 6. So at least I know you know. It's a method. Your friend don't know, teach them. Help out. Help your friends. Okay? Nobody say something like, oh, this method, my method, I don't tell my friends. No. Tell them. That's why YouTuber teacher, they have been sharing. The more they share, the teacher also become better, right? You become better as well. Okay, good. So how do you open the door? Wow, easy already. You twist the knob. You go there, you twist the knob, and you open the door. Hey, you don't tell me when you open the door, you open this way one. Your knob is at the side, so you open, you see, you open the door. 2 units, correct? So your door open 2 units, then you stop here. Your answer is there. 0, 2. Open. You open the door. Okay? The answer is there, 0, 2. Then you get answer already 0, 2. So once you get this answer, if you tried up the rest of the straight lines, you will still get the same answer. Why 2 units? I tell you, because the door is 2 units. This cross over here is like the what, okay, let me show you. Okay, let me draw a door for you. Okay, a door looks like this one, right? And you remember door, there is this, I don't know what is this thing called in English. Oh my gosh, you know what is this? Anyone can tell me in English what's that? Like the one for you to flip, is it a pivot? P-I-V-O-T? I don't know. Can you tell me in English what's that? My English sucks. Anyone know? So your knob is this one, your doorknob. You open one, please. The pivot, right? Pivot. So this is where the cross I mentioned there, the cross. So when you open the door, then you will open up out, and this is the pivot where it turns that door, right? You opens up that door. Then you eventually stop at 2 units because your door is 2 units length. Why must you at 2 is a trick. It's just a trick. H, I will tell you now. Because I will be the one where I don't know where the right angle triangle should draw, right? Okay, I get what you mean. I will tell you now. Okay, now choke. Okay, stop. Anyone? So the door, okay, back to who's this? Who's it? Wesley, okay, Ken. Oh, door hinge. Thank you. Door hinge. Door hinge. Okay, cool. So the next problem will be student will, but let me complete the sentence first. Okay, for those that after you complete already, you can move to the next one. Okay, so since I know this is the center, I will draw arrow to my object. I will draw arrow to my image. Do you notice this is 90 degree? So from object to image, you see, this is a huge circle mark, right? So can you see this direction? This is clockwise. That's why you can put that clockwise. Then you can write your complete sentence already. Rotation with. What rotation with? Just copy the whole thing. Rotation clockwise. Copy paste everything. 90 degree, comma. About center. 0, 2. Hey, Arif, it's a girl, I remember. This is your brother's account. Okay, Ken. Students, okay, now. So now I'm gonna explain to students where, teacher, I don't know that where to place the position, Okay, so I'm gonna show you now. Okay, choke. Now, back to H. Okay, H, come. So let me tell you something. I won't be doing it, but you use the method yourself lah. So let's say you draw it over here lah. Okay, you draw it over here. Your doorknob will be here, right? Your doorknob will be here, right? Is H here? H. Hello, H. So your doorknob will be here. Then of course you calculate. You notice that there's 12 units, and the trick says you divide by 2. Then you have to calculate 6 up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you stop here. Can you see when you open the door, you will stop at this position? Right? So of course, like me, I don't know whether this one possible to be rotation point or not. So I will really thought that's one of the answer, So that's why, you know what I do? I always test another line. If I say you cannot decide, let's say your imagination skill is not as good as other friends. Come on, if you are good in drawing, doesn't mean that you are good in transformation, Because my teacher have been saying this, the thing, I'm quite good in drawing, I admit. But then my teacher had been saying this one, hey, you so good in drawing, you sure know one. Come on, I cannot. That's why it depends on whether you can see it or not. So that's why you see, you have two potential answers, you have this one, you have this one. So how? You test another line. So I will suggest H to test another line. So maybe you test another line which is CR. Then when you test CR, I tell you something, you test both sides as well, just like what I did here. You test your CR, then you point C to R point, corresponding point. You test one more time. I tell you something, you will definitely get another repeated point. And that repeated point is your confirm rotation point. Confirm rotation point. But of course, it seems like you will spend a lot of time in getting your answer, right? Trust me, it's very fast. You just test it out. You will still get 0 to 1. Okay? You still get 0 to 2. So this one, I'll pass it to you. You can do it yourself. If let's say you need the explanation, I will tag the link after the class. I'll tag the link. Okay? Can? So students, we are done with the explanation already. So this one total 6 marks. That's why you see I spent a lot of time in rotation. Okay, now, so done with number 1 already. Okay, finally, no problem. Small matter. Okay, number 2, calculate the area in meter square of the region represented by the colored region. Wow, this one different. By the way, this one, this part 2 marks. The one on top, 3 marks, 3 marks. So total 6 marks already. This one 2 marks only. So the moment you see area, what's the formula? Just now earlier in that separated question, I add it inside, right? I get the formula already. S squared equals to AI over AO. Or maybe a lot of students, they say what, A lot of students, they say this thing, teacher, can I put like K square, area of image equals to K squared times area of object. Yes, it's the same. So when I do my algebraic formula, I get the same formula. So this is K, remember, this is K. Okay, K squared. Okay, joke. Stop for a while. Everyone. What is my scale factor? I got already. My scale factor is actually how much? There? 3 over 2, ma? So 3 over 2 bracket square. So my area of image is the largest one now. Okay, but wait, what they want? They said they want the colored region. Oh? Is it? They say they want the colored region. So ABCD is 80. Okay, ABCD 80. Oh, ABCD 80, right? You can put 1.5, can? Can. So you go there, object, you put 80, there. Area of object, 80. Area of image you don't have, you put X. So 9 over 4 equals to X over 80. So you bring the 80 over. Oh. So X equals to how much? 9 over 4 times 80. 180. So therefore, colored region. You don't put shaded region because they use the word colored region. So colored region equals to 180 minus 80. Why? Because the biggest one is the 180 answer. Then you minus the white color part, which is 80. Then you get answer as 100. So they say meter square. So you put meter square. Okay, can? Sorry, this one meter, I put C. So that's the answer. 2 marks. Okay, 2 marks. Okay, so come, jump. Next question. So you see transformation itself, we spend a lot of time, right? Because I already said, I copy paste a lot of things and put it under one question. That's why the question is more than 100 marks. I already said. In your exam, lesser things. But especially section A, not that crazy like what I get, like medical insurance, then suddenly property insurance. Then somehow I explain so much of things, right? Okay, number 12. Okay, number 12. So number 12, it says, it is given that universal set 39 to 51. 52 cannot lah. Then set J multiple of 3, set K factor of 200, and then set L, they are numbers such that the sum of the digit is more than 6. Okay, let me tell you something. I personally prefer to write out. Okay, it depends on you one. It's just that I personally prefer to write everything out, so easier for me to check the answer. Okay, so everyone, what I'm going to do now is to list out everything to explain to you. Okay, to explain to you. So everyone, that's why it takes time when I explain. So if you can do, just continue, complete the whole thing, then you go and do your other revisions, sejarah lah, whatever. Okay, go ahead. Okay, recorded one. Okay, so number one, they want you to list J and list L lah. So what I do is that, now I personally put it over here for myself to see lah. So this one is universal lah. 39, 40, 41, 42. This one, I already said, I put it there just for my own reference to explain to you. Normally, students don't write one. If let's say you can imagine everything in your mind. Okay, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, and then stop. Okay, so this is my universal. So it means my answer, my elements is only within 39 to 51. Okay, next, multiple of 3 for J. Okay, I'll put it over here. So it means 3 related timetable. Okay, very simple. Just make sure you can divide by 3 lah. So you have 39, 42, just add another 3 lah. 45, what else? Add another 3. 45, then we have 48, add another 3, 51. So these are the multiple of 3. So I get my 1 mark already. And next one is your K. K, I'll put it over here as an extra one. So I put here K. Everyone, K is the factor of 200. You know what is factor of 200? It means when you times together, you get 200. For example, the easiest one, 1 times 200. 1 times 200, 200. 2 times 100. But then they want within 39 to 51. You know what I do? I take 200 divided by everything. Then I see which one possible to be related to 200. So why not you tell me in the chat? There's only 2 answers. So which one is related to 200? As in the factor. 2 only. 39, how to make it 200? You take 200 divided by 39, you get decimal. How can it be? Factor is like integer. There's only 2, right? So the only 2, obvious. Yes, 40 and 50. So this one I put over here for myself as a reference. That's why I say, for me, I'm a visual person. I need to see the element. So if your friend can imagine and do, is their problem. You cannot, then you write. It's just that you spend more time in getting the answer only. Okay, I already said, I'm one of the slow learner in my class. So slow learner doesn't mean you're stupid. It's just that you need more time to understand. Okay, it's important. Don't say, oh, because my parents say I'm a slow learner, or because my teacher say I'm a slow learner, therefore my result will be weak. Come on, cannot. So you have to be, you have to find your own studying way. Especially when you're in uni. Okay? Okay, people stereotype you, but you don't kena stereotype like that. You get out from the stereotype. Okay, L. L is the what? L is the number where when you sum up is greater than 6. Greater than 6, greater than 6. So what are the possible answers? You see, this one greater than 6 or not? Of course. 3 plus 9 more than 6. Of course, 39, yes. 40 cannot lah. 40 you 4 digit there. Digit. 3 is a digit, 9 is a digit. They say the sum of the digit greater than 6. This is what it means. Okay? Or maybe sometimes they will say something like sum of the digit is an even number. Then 39 cannot already. 39 can, sorry, 39 can. Because 12, even. So you have to see what they want. Okay? You see what they want. So you see sum of the digit cannot lah. This one is 4. I want more than 6. Greater than 6. 6 cannot lah. They didn't say greater or equal to 6. So the next one, what is it? 43 onwards. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50 cannot. 51 cannot because more than 6. 51 is 6, cannot. So you stop. Got it? Now, so after you get this one, next, you see everything I have already. It's just that the question wants these 2, so I get my 2 marks already. That's why I'm a visual person. I need to see it. Okay, then number 2, they say, hence draw a Venn diagram. You know what? Always check your answer space, whether there is a box for you or not. Okay, this question don't have. This question don't have. Okay, this question don't have. Okay, now, so number 2. Draw a Venn diagram. Let's draw long. Okay, so universal. The box bigger. Don't draw small, small. Draw a big one so people can see it. Right? So people can see it. Okay or not? Now, so then the next one, then you check lah. Students, let me tell you something. Okay, let me tell you something. You are comparing between these 3 only. Because universal 100% falls inside already, ma. So between these 3, can you tell me which set there are repeated elements, intersecting elements? Obviously J and L only lah. Obviously J and L only. So let's identify. I will just underline and show everybody. This one repeated, no? Right? What is repeated? 45, 48, no? 3 repeated, right? So you see what I do? So I will start drawing, So I draw a J. Remember to close up. You don't do something like this, If you draw this, sorry, you cannot argue. Wrong. You don't have to use compass. Okay? As long as your circle, you close up. Then, of course, L, you draw slightly bigger because you have more information. So J, L, dot, see, dot 39, dot 45, dot 48. The dot itself is the element. Dot itself is the element. Important. Okay, then next, the rest you have 42 and 51 also. 42 and 51. So J done already. L, 43, you see, 43, 44, dot, 46, 47, 49. Students, why don't I look at K? Because K, 40 and 50 not related, so isolate the answer, put it by the side, dot 40, dot 50. Wait, we are not done yet. We have to check whether anything missed out or not. Okay, we check one by one. Okay, 39. Okay, I read 39, 40. Okay, so looks like 41 is outside. Then 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. Stop. So looks like 41 is the only element outside. Students, done. It's a 3 marks Venn diagram. Okay, so students, I did something similar for question B before. So I'm not repeating question B. You can check out the videos in paper 2. Okay, so this thing, I will leave it. I will put the link on the description. Not now, of course, because we haven't finished the recording yet. So I'll put it there, then you can refer. Okay, move. Okay, move. So this one, homework. You got stuck, you let me know. Okay, let me know so I can give you some hints. Okay, now, so let's quickly get into number 13. Okay, number 13. Now, as for question number 13, okay, number 13, let's do it. Oh, sorry, I forget to put the title. Transformation, right? Number 12, I forgot to put the title. Set. Okay, then the next one, number 13. Measures of dispersion. Measure of dispersion. This thing involves Ogive. Okay, Ogive. Come, let's do it. So far, everybody okay? Okay, you put okay. Okay, put okay. So let me drink some water first. Okay, nice. So reminder to existing students, tomorrow is our last minute class. Zhang. So make sure you go through more set related question with me. So meaning you remember I said there's a lot of questions that you can refer to. You click on the what's it called? The description there. other partial revision video, you click on that, then you further look at the rest of it. Yongyi, that one final already. Then after that, you won't be seeing maths anymore. Yeah. So before we start, just to get you some theory like this, do you think when you are good in something means you like that thing? Like for example, I'm good in maths. Does it mean I'm good in maths? I'm good in maths, but I don't like maths. I'm not good in sejarah, but I like sejarah. It's because of the tests. I hate tests. I hate tests. That's why test is the one that makes you think you're weak. Okay. I don't know. This is my theory. But then of course, test is also for what? Test is also to sort of like test whether your ability to understand a certain thing up to other people's standard or not. So that's another reason. So of course, for me, I like history. I like history, but then I don't like people asking me to write the theory out according to keywords. I hate that. You get what I mean? That's why it's because of exam. You got exam, that's why you need to memorize. Okay, so that one different. I mean, that one hobby my history is like I like history. That's a hobby. Okay, come back. So okay, number 13. Okay, so we chill a bit. Now we can start 13 already. Okay. As for number 13, the following frequency table shows the distribution of height for a group of newly reported students in a matriculation college. Okay, matriculation college. And of course, you have all the information over here. Okay, all the information over here. Then it says what? It says the number of students, all these things. Another name to number of students, frequency. Okay, another name to this, frequency. So the one on top, we name it as the class. Okay, these are the class. Can everyone tell me what is the class size? Okay, what's the class size? 140 to 149. What is the class size? What's the class size? Class size as in not midpoint, not midpoint. Class size as in 140 to 149. You see, I count using fingers. 140, 141, 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 149, 10. So the class size is 10. Not 9, you cannot minus, you gotta take like 140 minus 149 minus 140, cannot. Number by number is 10. Common mistake. Common mistake. Midpoint, of course, midpoint, you take 140 plus 149. Your midpoint, 144.5, 154.5, 164.5, 174.5, 184.5. Okay, so these are the midpoint. The midpoint. I'm getting you extra infos. Extra infos. Okay, everyone. Lower boundary, upper boundary. Okay, so later I will show you in a different table. Okay, in a different table. So do you notice A? They say construct a cumulative frequency table using upper class boundaries. Upper boundary basically UB UB. Based on the information given. Did they give you any table? Sorry, no table given. We have to construct the table ourselves. Since they asked us to construct ourselves, then I construct myself. It's okay. Normally they give you one, but they don't give, then I do it myself. Okay, then because 3 marks so of course there might be there will be three columns that you need. Okay, then B, let's check what they want first before we decide what I want. They say do ogive. Okay, do ogive. Do ogive. Can everyone tell me ogive? I need midpoint or upper boundary. Tell me the answer. He's super obvious size, especially on top already. They put it on top for you already. Right. So what is it? Yeah, upper boundary. They already mentioned it. Midpoint, you need it for which graph? Midpoint, you need it for which graph? Midpoint, you need it for frequency polygon. Histogram, lower upper. Midpoint, you need it for histogram. Slap myself first. Midpoint, you need it for frequency polygon. Histogram, lower boundary, upper boundary. Okay, correct. Okay, I'll continue. Okay, Job. So I prepare the table now. I prepare the table. Okay, the table like this. Okay, but let me construct the table first. Later you can draw it yourself. Okay, let me construct. Wait. Okay, so I'm doing A now, you know. So I will do it in a horizontal manner. Vertical manner, so easier for me to judge explain the situation to you. Okay, so I will start off with my height, okay, which is in cm, and of course frequency I don't need it because I want cumulative so I change to cumulative frequency. Then after that I need another one called upper boundary, so I put there upper boundary. Okay, upper boundary. So wait. So what I do next is that I put it this way. Normally the table is given. It's just that I erase it. So we do it ourselves, it's okay. So everyone, you know Ogive, you need one extra blank for 0. This no 0 one. You see this one start with 12 one, right? So I will put 0. See, 0, and then I will come up with my own new class. Can you tell me what is that extra new class? This extra 0 is because of Ogive. That's why I give one extra class for myself, so easier for me to plot later. Okay, Ken. So tell me in the chat, what's the extra class that I need? Okay, the extra class that I need, obviously, according to the pattern, 130 to 139. Then the next will be 140, 149, 150, 159, 160, 169, 170, 179, 180, 189 students. If this is frequency polygon, you need another extra and put 0. But this one no need because this one Ogive. Okay, so now we can connect them. So I get my table already. So students, quickly fill in the blanks for your cumulative frequency. So this one 0, you stack with 12, is still 12 lah. So 12 now you stack with 21. What is it? Just continue. You don't have to type to me, just fill in yourself. So 12 plus 21, 33. I still rely on calculator, come on. My calculator is always on my left hand. I always hold it. Okay, then the other one is like 33. I just continue adding with my 26. So I get another extra 59. And then 59, you add another 14. Wow, 73. Then 73, you add another what? 73, you add another 7. Then you get 80. So do you notice eventually you get total frequency 80? Or they didn't put it there. Normally they put total frequency 80 by the second. Normally lah. Then you can compare. So everyone, so my total frequency 80, and where is my upper boundary? I show you using pencil. Come, you see how I get my lower upper? I just draw it over here to show everybody only. Can you see there is this smaller number and bigger number? The smaller one I put lower, the bigger one I put upper. So this is lower limit. This is upper limit. You need lower limit, upper limit, 130, 139 for your midpoints. So I don't need that because this one Ogive. If the question wants you to find standard deviation, then you have to find midpoint already. but this one don't have. I'll send if you need points. Okay, so students, so where is my lower upper there? Lower boundary, upper boundary, you see, according to this law. So what you do is that you put 0.5 can already. You put 0.5 for every single low upper limit. Then you just copy paste 139.5, 149.5. So these are the informations that I need for my later when I draw my upper my Ogive. Okay, right? So after I get this one out, okay, students, wait, job, look at this. I don't need all this thing on. If you want lower boundary, then you just put 129.5. But I already put 0 for you. So this 129.5 extra, I just put it for fun for you. I want upper boundary only. Okay, so students, table-wise, I'm done. So part A, I already get my full marks. So now B, Ogive using scales. 2 cm to 10 for horizontal. 2 cm to 10 as well for the students on vertical axis. Wait, can you tell me among horizontal and vertical, which one you actually don't need it on? Because you already have the information. I mean, as in you don't have to write, you don't have to care about the scale because the scale is already planned for you. The horizontal, you see, Yongyi, smart. So that's why you see your horizontal you can skip because you will be using upper boundary. So just cancel this thing off. You know you have to use upper boundary again. Very good, Zhang. Okay, so you see, let's go into our drawing now. So I'm pretty sure I prepared this extra one for you, right? Okay, start. So always start off with a horizontal line, horizontal vertical line like this. And because we are doing Ogive, so you prepare the title, cumulative frequency. Write nicely, title no need. Then this one, of course, you put upper boundary lah. Upper boundary lo. Okay, upper boundary. Always 0, leave a 2 cm blank. I repeat, leave a 2 cm blank. Okay, leave a 2 cm blank. Okay, then after the 2 cm blank for Ogive, you always start plotting 0. Start plotting 0, and you already prepare the 0 for yourself, you see? You always start plotting 0. You are plotting using cumulative frequency. And remember, our vertical is already given as in the scale. My vertical scale is every 2 cm. How many units, everyone? Every 2 cm 10 in case you don't know what is 2 cm, this box is 2 cm. You don't measure because I string the scale already. So this square box over here, it's 2 cm. So every 2 cm 10 units they mention on. Every 2 cm 10 students. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, stop. If let's say you want to make it neat, then what you do is that you erase the rest on top. I mean, depends on you. For me, normally I don't care because it won't harm you, right? It depends on you. Then after that, now wait. I don't label the upper boundary first. I always finish my plotting. So after my 0, I have to start plotting. So I have to start plotting 12, then 33. So 12, I see, 12, then 33, then 59, 59, then 73, 73, wait, 73, then after that 80, okay, 80. Then right after you have all these things, and what you do next? You will draw using freehand. Okay, but of course, before we draw it, make sure we match. In case we miss out something, then quite troublesome. So better we don't connect first. So now you match your 0. You will match with upper boundary of 139.5. Let's check. 139.5. Your 12, you will match with 149.5. Okay, so far everything matches. Then I just continue with my pattern, 169.5, and I have to make sure I eventually stop at 189.5. Let's see, correct. and 189.5 is actually the last 180. And then you can draw already using freehand. 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 Stop. You need to be neat. Okay, then after that, in case your teacher said, oh, I need you to draw this thing, then you draw lah. Suppose nobody cares already for now. So this is a break symbol that allows you to start with any scale. Because the scale is supposed to be every 2 cm 10 ma, but then you see this one 0 to 139.5, the scale is not 10 ma. So that's why you will need this symbol to tell the teacher that we are starting using 139.5. But now nobody cares already, so you can just ignore it. But always start after 2 cm. Okay, so students, Ogive wise done already. I have my upper boundary, my labeling, everything done, plotting done, then very smooth lines. So once you are done with this, just type 1. So I know you are done. Yes, that's why you have to be very smooth on this. Okay, so make sure you have to practice on the drawing. This one I cannot help you with, this one you have to practice. Okay, now students, so far okay? So far okay, Now, so I will quickly get into the next situation. Basically, the remaining 6 marks is just points. Okay, let me show you something, everyone. Look at this. 3 marks plus 4 marks, how many marks? 12. 7. 7 plus 6, 13. 13 plus 2, 15. Can you see that? This one is actually a section C question. But can you see I put under section B? That's why I said more than 100 marks already. Because I already said section C is actually a combo of your what? Of your A and B. That's why don't get too worried on your section C. Just do it like how you do section A and B. Separate out. Do one by one. Okay. So let's come to the next one, part C. Okay, part C, first quartile. Okay, first quartile, maybe I do all the calculations, then we go to our picture and do the drawing lah. Okay, so everyone, first quartile, very cheap one. 1/4 times total frequency. Median, 1/2 times total frequency. Third quartile, 3/4 times total frequency, right? Okay, now students, what is 1/4 times 80? 20. 1/2 times 80? 40. 3/4 times 80? 60. So let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I move. Move. So I have 20, 40, and 60 to find in my graph. So I get into my graph. Let me get my ruler first. I don't think you can see my ruler. Okay, let me take my ruler out. I don't think you can see it. So I will put it at number 2. Okay, wait. Let me see whether you can see it or not. Okay, everyone can see? Okay, you can see my ruler, right? Okay, I put at number 2. Okay, no, this is 20 thing. So I make it bigger. Okay, make it bigger. So I go 20 and I draw straight lines. Okay, let me just quickly draw that dotted line. Make sure dotted, dotted. So dotted. Okay, then after that, next, I have 40. Then next, I have 60. By the way, my line is too thick, so a bit, I would say a bit chitchat. Okay, so try not to do that thick. That's why your pencil need to be, I personally prefer students to use mechanical pencil when you're doing your drawing and stuff. Okay, so I will turn around and make sure I get my remaining drawing. So this one in the middle is okay. Okay, mine is in the middle so it's okay to get in the middle. Okay, I'll just purposely put it in the middle. Okay, then after that, the other one. Okay, then the other one, I will show you a few situations like how if your drawing is like this situation. Okay, now so I'm done with my drawing already. Okay, let me just go back to my presentation mode. Okay, now so once you are done with all these things, right, you see I purposely make into these three situations. I purposely do this situation. Do you notice this one is in the middle, right? This one is in the middle. Wait, let me just do it nicely first. Okay, this one is in the middle, you see? This one in the middle. This one is like very near to the line. This one is exactly on the point. So for this situation, you just treat it like this situation is the same. If let's say really in the middle, then you take middle. Okay, so I make it bigger now. Okay, I will show you how I handle the situation. Students, from here to here, how many units? 10. They say 10, 149 to 159, obviously 10. Right? So every unit 1. So 150.5, 151, 152, 153, 154.5. So this is between 153.5 and 154.5, correct? So what is the answer for my situation? So my answer is 140, 154. In the middle, because these two, it's 153.5 and 154.5 middle. So my answer 154. But it depends on your picture. Your picture may be different line because mine too thick already. I'm pretty sure some of you might get exactly 153.5. If you get 153.5, I think that's the better one. I think that's better because mine too thick already. My line too thick already. Okay. Can. Now, so for me, I will get 154 lah. Okay, 154, this one extra. Those don't. I mean, all these little things that I explained to you, all these things, don't do it. Just put that 154 there if you want. Okay, so my next answer, I will treat it as this point. So my answer will be 160, 161. This will be 161.5 for my median. And finally, this one unit only, 170.5. So I will go back 154, I put there 154. Okay, this one, 154. This one, it's the what? The height, 154 cm. So this one, what's my next answer? 161.5. 161.5 cm, 170.5 cm. Okay, so students, can you type in the chat for me your answer? You type this one, comma, this one, comma, this one, these three answers. You type in the chat, let's compare. I mean, you have your own answer. Maybe yours is like exactly the same as mine. Maybe yours is like slightly different, it's okay. You type for me so we can compare it. Okay, so of course, while you type it, I will complete my number 4 as well. Okay, my number 4 as well. By the way, the schema answer is 153.5, 161.5, and 170. It's here and there, very near. Very near. So it's there. So if you get slightly different, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so interquartile range will be third quartile minus first quartile. So my third quartile minus first quartile will be 170.5 minus 154. So my answer is 16.5 cm. So 16.5 cm is my interquartile range. Now, okay, Ken? So you have type out, so I can compare a bit. So far, the Zhang type out already. Okay, cool. Okay, come. So I will verbally mention the answer. Okay, verbally mention the answer. You all write the explanation to the meaning of the value obtained, which is 16.5. You all write it yourself. Okay, now I'll read out. Okay, I'll read out. The answer will be interquartile range equals to 16.5 cm. Maybe yours is different. Maybe yours is 16. Maybe yours is 17. Depends. So you have to use your own figure. Okay, so I read out. Interquartile range equals to 16.5 cm means that the height of the middle 50%. The height of the middle 50%. What is the meaning of height of the middle 50%? This is the height of the middle 50%, you see? Height of the middle 50%. Height of the middle 50%. The middle, the tengah-tengah, middle 50% is in the range of here to here. From one, for my situation is from 154 to 170.5. Okay, maybe I write out. Okay, I write out the explanation. Okay, so I put it over here for number 4. Okay, interquartile range, but you have to write full sentence, equals to 16.5 cm means, okay, means that the height of the middle, tengah-tengah, okay, middle 50% of, okay, 50% of, okay, height of the newly reported student is between 153, okay, maybe I use the word range, is in the range of 153 sorry, not 153. This one is the, my answer is what? My answer is 154 cm to 170.5 cm. Okay, with a difference of 16.5 cm. So that will be the middle 50%. Okay, the tengah-tengah 50%, like the lump. Okay, the lump between your what? Between your 25% to 75%. Between your 75% to 75%, that middle 50%. Okay, so they are in this range. Okay, so then the next one is about what? The next one is about number of students with a height at least 174.5. Okay, I take away at least 174.5. So I go to 174.5. Where is it? Okay, go to 174.5. Okay, 174.5. Where is my 174.5? 174.5 is actually the midpoint, the tengah-tengah. Okay, over here. So I go up. I hit this point. Okay, I hit this point. So this point, I go here. Dotted line, everyone, dotted line, here. Bam. Okay, I hit this point. So once I hit this point, 174.5, correct, right? So what you do is that you find out this figure. Hey, student, they put at least, you have to be careful. So once I find this figure, what is this figure? This is 60, what? 65, 66, 67. Oh, 67. Okay, 67. Okay, then what you do next is that, okay, so what you do next is that, because they say at least, so this one is within one, this one is below 174.5, within, But they say more than 174.5, so your answer will be within this range. So this is the range, you see, this is the range, right? Now, this is the range. At least 174.5, more than. So your answer will be what? Your answer will be 80 minus 67. 80 minus 67 equals to 13 students. Okay, 13 students. So far, understand? Okay, can? So skip, skip, boom. So all done already. Okay, all done. Question 14. Okay, question 14. Question 14. So question 14. Okay, cool. Yes, question 14. Yay. Okay, question 14. Now, question 14, I will go faster a bit. Okay, faster a bit because I have a class at 3:20. We have a class at 3:20. So I have to make sure I finish like before my 3:20 3:20 class. Okay. Now, students, quick. Okay, quick. So in this situation, just now I think I put the title there already, right? This title is linear inequalities. Inequalities. You have class, you go because this one recorded. Okay, linear inequalities in two variables. If let's say you want like super detailed version, right? Suppose the previous one, suppose the previous one is what, if let's say super detailed, measures of dispersion in group data. Group data. Ungroup data is when there is no class, like exactly one picture. This one form 5, form 5 got Ogive, histogram, frequency polygon, all those things. Okay, so this one linear inequalities in two variables. Okay, students. Okay, let me tell you something. This question over here. Now, this question, I always start with what's it called? I remember I start with something very, very weird, right? So I always say something like, Mao is my good friend. And Ling. Okay, remember yesterday, Ling biology came out, right? Ling. So I call Ling Ling, AL. Then Junhan physics. Junhan physics. I call Junhan Amao. So AM is Amao. AL is Ling. So they have chemistry also. U10 is in the middle, the love. Okay, so I put a love there. So what you do next is that you put like this this symbol where it's actually a symbol that represents a book title in Mandarin writings. So this is a book title. The love story between Amao and Ali, the light bulb. So what happened is that I remember I said something super weird, and I've been saying something like, oh, because they are my good friends, so I use my LG phone to do a photo album for them. So this is a photo album. Like LG phone, like weird stuff, right? And then next I said, because Amao is way larger size than Ling, right? So this is like maximum weight. This one is like the minimum weight. Okay, so students, let me tell you something. You write this down, you read the question, because I want to go toilet for a while. Yeah, okay, so maybe I get you all a 5 minutes break. 5 minutes break. We will come back in 5 minutes. So maybe you can memorize that tricks. You read the question, you try to form question A answer. I'll come back in 5 minutes. Okay? 5 minutes, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. am back. Okay, so if you are back, you type 1. So I continue. Okay, let me see. Science teacher. Science teacher. Okay, come back. Okay, now so 14. So in case students say, teacher, what do you mean by amao, Liang? Okay, suppose in this chapter, amao means what? It means at most. Then you will do this. Then after that, this one at least. Then you will go for this. Maximum, you go for this. Minimum, you will go for this. Then this one is less than, you go for this without the line. Greater, you go for this. It's the same symbol, you know. It's just that without the extra line. Okay. Now then the next thing will be what? The next thing will be I will start reading the question to see whether we need all these things or not, because quite common one when you talk about at most, at least, maximum, all these things. But those easy word like less than, more than, this one I didn't do it. Okay. Now, so let's get into the situation and see what they want. A cake seller. Okay, they say a cake seller, what happened? A cake seller. Sorry. Everyone, do you notice we missed out something? Oh my gosh. I keep missing out. Like yesterday also I missed out. Oh my gosh. Part D. Okay, now part D, okay, let me tell you something. You need 5 information. Oh my gosh. You need 5 infos. You need 5 infos, but let me see whether we have a box there or not. Ooh, don't have. Now, so the 5 info is actually what? Your maximum, your minimum. The 5 info will be your maximum, minimum. Okay, I put it over here first. Wait, wait. For the information below. Wait. Why my answer different one in my answer scheme? Yeah, what my answer scheme different one. Okay, I think box plot I'll put it under I'll put it in the answer scheme. So when I put it in the description, you all can check that. But I tell you what's the 5 information that you need first. You need minimum, you need maximum, you need the median, then you need the what? You need the first quartile, and you need your third quartile. You need these 5 information to put it there so that it becomes like this: minimum, maximum, then first quartile, median, like your third quartile, then you put a box, then you draw something like that. This one suppose is your box plot. So I'll put it under the what's it called, the answer scheme, then you can check there. Okay, so because I noticed I copied the wrong answer, so I will do it already. Then I will put it in the description box. Okay, now continue. Okay, continue, move. Okay, we continue with just now that one here. Now let me read the question. A cake seller sells 2 types of cakes. Okay, 2 types of cakes. There are cheesecake and butter cakes. So normally when I do like this kind of like linear inequalities question, right, I always place like some information over here so that I can see it nicely. It's like I put there cheesecake, butter cake. Okay, then profit from the sales of each cake. Profit, I put there profit for the sales of each cake. For cheesecake is 15 ringgit. For cupcake is 10 ringgit. He plans to sell X cheesecake and Y butter cakes. So this one is the what? This one is the is the number of cupcakes. So I put some basic information so I can see it. So students, let me ask you something. The number of cakes sold, X plus Y. The total profit, what is it? 15x plus 10y. Okay, can so in basic info, so that's why I put some info there so we can refer lah. Okay, so I can refer. So I put it smaller, make it bigger on the constraint part. So these are the constraints, the limitations over here. Okay, the question says maximum number of cake, x plus y lah. Maximum, what is maximum? Amount. You see? Here lah, use this symbol. So you put there x plus y lesser equals to 60. Okay, now number 2. Number of butter cake must be. Number of butter cake, what is it? What is your number of butter cake? X and y there, so butter cake y lah. So you put y. Then they say at least. What is at least? At least Ling. Then you put this one. At least. At least what? You see? Half of cheesecake. So 1 over 2x or maybe x over 2 lah, up to you. Normally I put 1 over 2x. Okay. Then I get my second one ready. I always make sure my y is on the left side. It will be easier for me to decide my shaded region. So whether to shade upwards or downwards again. Okay, so I already said there are so many questions that I put it under the extra videos, right? The other passive revision videos, you can actually check out from the description there. You want me to send to you, you PM me, I let you know as it. Again, if let's say you can't find it. Bye, Yogi. Bye. Okay, number 3. The total profit is at least, you see the word at least or not? Then you use Ling, right? So you put there, total profit 15x plus 10y at least 600. Okay, mantap. 1, 2, 3, done. Correct, right? Okay, so we are done with all the information already, correct, right? So I move. Okay, look at A. Look at the A. They say write 3 linear inequalities. I got already. Other than these two, y cannot write x greater than 0 and y greater equal to 0, because this one is common sense. Your x is the number of cupcakes. Everybody sure know one. That's why they don't want you to write something that easy. So they write it for you already. So that's part of your answers. So total you have 5 things to draw, but these two is a common sense. So I'll write it nicely. So I write over here x plus y lesser equals to 60. Then we have y greater equals to 1 over 2x. Then we have 15x plus 10y greater equals to 600. Okay, we have 3 already. Then the next one we get into B situation. B says, using a scale of 2 cm to 10 cakes on both axes. So okay, both axes. Construct and shade the region R that satisfy the constraints above. Okay, this one not that hard. We straight get into the situation. Now, so of course, simultaneously, I will take all these what's it called? My linear inequalities. I'll put it over here. It's actually not your workings, everybody. I just put it there so I can explain it to you. If let's say you say, teacher, all these like coordinates that we find, is that part of my workings? No. Your main thing is the shaded region, and your drawing of your straight line is correct. Okay, so everyone, so far I know it must be L-shaped already. It must be like 100% L-shaped. But what is the scale? I know every 2 cm 10 but I don't know where to stop. So that's why I will prepare them nicely. I already said these are not workings. This one is to explain. You want to write, it's okay. I mean, in your exam, you want to write it down as part of the workings, can. But then no marks. So everyone, I always start with something like this. XY 0, 0. XY 0, 0. XY then 0, 0. Now wait. Remember I said when you decide your shading, it's like a seesaw method. I show you again. Seesaw method. It's either your straight line goes like this, is a seesaw, or your straight line goes like this. Everyone, I don't want to ask you. I will straight tell you how I decide. This is a seesaw. You sit on top of the seesaw. Of course, you sit on top of the seesaw, right? How can you sit below the seesaw? So when you sit on top of the seesaw, this is up lor. This is up lor. Right? So this will be down lor. This will be down lor. Understand? So I will treat the seesaw board as your y equals to mx plus c line. Then we can easily decide. Lor. Okay, but before you do all your decision in deciding which one is up or down, there is a few conditions in deciding up or maybe down. Okay, how is where your first condition, y must be always on the left. Y must be positive. As long as you met these two conditions, you don't have to rearrange already. Then you tell me this thing. Y greater, you go up or down? You know what? This one is like a what? This one is like it's like instinct. The answer is like born with you. Okay, Y greater, you select up or down? I asked my 5 years old, no, not now 6 years old already. When he's like in 5 years old, I asked him before, I said, hey, Y greater, you choose up or down? He said up. Then I said, why you choose up? Because greater. Then I said, oh, okay, no. Since 5 years old, also say greater, up, then we choose. Okay, so Y lesser, you go down. But of course, I didn't show the greater lesser symbol to the 5 years old kid. I just asked, how you know greater lesser this symbol? Right? Okay, now, so you see, Y on the left. Okay, Y on the left. And they are positive. So it met the two conditions. So the first one, up or down? The first one, up or down? Lesser ma? Down, is it? Y lesser? Down. Y greater? Up. Y greater? Up. So I decide already. So the point is that I need to make sure I have the line first before I get a final answer to my shading. Okay, can Now, wait. Now I have to find the answer, but let me tell you something. Now, among these three given equation, right, there is one equation where you cannot use 0, 0. Okay, everyone, I tell you why I put 0, 0, because I'm lazy. So when your teacher is lazier, it means your teacher can do shortcuts. It's not like teacher lazy didn't come for the class, you don't know. It's that lazy because I want to make the process faster. That's why I spend more time in teaching you how to be lazy. You see? So that's why I put 0, 0 to represent y-intercept, x-intercept. Y equals 0, x-intercept, x equals 0, y-intercept. Lazy people do this. Okay, that's why I'm explaining how to be lazy. So I replace you see, I replace now. So x plus y equals 60 Imagine if you put like 0 over here, your y will be 60 already. So let's say I sub my y as 0, so my x equals to 60 already. Right? So you see, I get my two coordinates so I can plot. So far, the largest value for both x and y axis is up to 60. So far. Okay. Then the next one, this one cannot use 0, 0. Do you know why? Because if I put y equals to 1 over 2x, imagine if let's say I put the 0 here as 0. Do you notice your y equals to 0? Imagine if let's say I get this 0 and I place it over here. Your answer, it is still 0. So you get the same point for what? How do you draw straight lines? Same point cannot. So I will recommend student to erase one of it and you replace with some other x values. Remember just now I said it's up to. Very good, Zhang. Remember your x value just now is up to maximum 60. Take 60. Take 60. Then after that, what you do? You replace the x inside. Y equals to 1 over 2 times 60. So y equals to 30, and then you get 60, 30, your second coordinate. So your coordinate is like 0, 0, and 60, 30. So whenever you have no C, you always don't do 0, 0, but you put normal numbers here. Okay? So that's why in normal class I've been seeing, I've been mentioning all these little details. Okay, so this one okay lah, not that bad. The next one, you see, this one 15x plus 10y equals to 600. Okay, students, let me tell you something. Some students ask whether can factorize into smaller numbers like 3x plus 2y greater equals to 120 or not. The answer is yes. You want to leave it like this, okay? So I start replacing 0. I say I replace 0, this one gone already. So 10y equals 600. So your y equals to 60. Students, I want you to tell me this answer. Okay, come, go ahead. I repeat, all these things no marks on. It's just that I'm teaching you how to get the coordinates to plot. So sometimes students just do calculation, then they start plotting already. So this one is extra. So now if I put y as 0, so basically this one gone. So it means 600 divided by 50, you get 40. So students, we can start already. We can start already. So looks like the maximum is only up to 60. Okay, up to 60. So I will prepare up to 60. Yx. By the way, y represents what? Let's go and check out. Y represents the number of butter cakes. Okay, number of butter cakes. Okay, then this one is the number of wait. Yeah, butter cake and cheesecake. Okay, butter cake and number of cheesecake. Okay, cheesecakes. Okay, then they say every 2 cm 10 correct, right? So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oops. Looks like I need extra. So that's why plan your graph. Okay, plan your graph. So extra here 60. Okay, 16. Okay, now so I start plotting. I plot the first one, then I do shading straight away. No, shading, please you do like blue a bit. Erase the extra lines, extra shaded region because you want one specific gathered shaded region. So the first one is like what? The first one is 0, 60. 0, 60, where is it? There, here, 0, 60. The next one is 60, 0. Okay, next one 60, 0 here. So this one, extra line below, lesser equals solid straight line. Solid straight line. Remember to label x plus y equals 60. And I use pencil, draw a bit of bulu that represents down. So this is down. So later I have to erase one, Okay, then the next one comes in. The next one, I need 0, 0. I plot 0, 0. This one done already. And 60, 30. Where is 60, 30? This is 60, 30. So I draw solid straight line again. So y equals 1 over 2x. Some of you say, teacher, 2y equals to x cannot, man. Can you move the 2 over here? But it's just that I'm using the original one. Then this one, the shaded region represents what? The shaded region, it's up. So I do some minor blue. Okay. Then finally, I have my 0, 60. It's the same point, by the way. Over here is the same point. Then another one will be my 40, 0. 40, 0 is here. Plot. So here to here, draw lines. And then our label, this one is 15x plus 10y equals to 600. And then the shaded region supposed to be up. So I draw minor blue that shows upwards. And where's the part where it gathers all the blue? Now, you see what I do here. You see, I don't color, I do very obvious straight line, but in a very neat way to represent the shaded region. I don't color it because when I color, I can't see the coordinate already. So I do very neat straight line. You don't have to purposely use ruler. You want, you can, but waste your time. So I will erase all the extra shaded region. You see, I don't want all this one, you know. I want to erase all the extra shaded region. You see this one, extra shaded region, don't want. Okay, now then after you have this, then they say, hey, please label R. So I label R, done. Labeling, everything, very neat. Okay, your plotting, everything is good, done. Okay, done. So I got my answer ready. And once I got my answer, okay, let's check what they want. Then they say what, you know, they say C. C, by using the graph constructed in B, find the maximum cheesecake can be made. Wait, maximum cheesecake. Your cheesecake is here, lah. The furthest one here. So maximum cheesecake is 40. You get what I mean? Maximum cheesecake 40. You are right. Okay, maximum cheesecake 40. Cheesecake 40. The range of cheesecake can be made if 30 butter cakes are made. 30 butter cakes. 30 butter cakes are here. I put dotted line. Dotted line. So you see what I do. I do dotted line, go straight, and do you notice it's within here to here? So you know what I do? I go down. I want the range mark, right? You see, I go down. So it's between 20 to 30. So I put that range, range, 20 to 30. So this is the Y. You can put cheesecake in the middle, but I put Y because normally when we put range, we put unknowns. Okay, Ken? Because they put range, they said range, right? So far, okay? Got an idea? Okay, so everyone, skip next question. Next question, question 15. Now, question 15, you'll do it yourself. Okay, you tag me in Instagram so I can see how neat you draw. The complete explanation I'll put in the description there, so you can check the description to understand how to draw it. So just remember, I mean, this question from past year papers, suppose they ask you to draw in quadrant method. Quadrant method, but this one I want you to draw it separately. Draw it separately, like A and B, do separately. Okay, so this one I leave it to you. Leave it to you. Okay, tag me in Instagram for that. Hey, wait, let me check. They want cheesecake or butter cake? Oh, how many cheese? H, thank you very much. Students, I do mistake again. X. Okay, X. Thank you, H. Because they want range for cheesecake, cheesecake is what, is it? Cheesecake is X. I put Y, Gila. Okay, 15 you do, 15 you do, 15 it's your plan and elevation. Yeah, then I will put a link there right after the class, then you can refer. Okay, you can refer. Okay, come move. Last question of the day. Of course, no, of course, wrong. So maybe I get 98 already. Then someone just now I do error also, right? Okay, yeah. My green screen will fall down, fall. Okay, continue. Our final question of the day. Yay! Then tomorrow, last minute class. Tomorrow last minute class. Okay, everybody. Section C. Section C. Yeah. Woo! Water rocket competition is getting popular among students in Malaysia. Sure not. Okay, then diagram 12 shows the path of the water rocket recorded using a stroboscope. What is a stroboscope? Ask Google. Ask Google. Google show you a picture. Okay, when it is launched on a vertical plane that is drawn on a Cartesian plane, So basically, it's like a slow motion or something. You can see everything. So basically, it's a device for them to track the frequency. So this is the launching point, which is when you can see it's actually in the Cartesian plane, right? So it's a launching of 0, bam. Then number 1, the path of the water rocket is represented by quadratic function. Quadratic function fx equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. State the range, it means greater, lesser, these kind of things. Okay, state the range of the value of a. Range of the value of a. Okay, ma? Hey, this one set phase, you tell me, set phase or negative or positive? Come on, your A 100% negative already lah. Right now. So it means your A answer must be lesser than 0. Range greater, lesser. How can it be 0? Cannot. So that's why the extra line below cannot. Negativity. So A done already, 1 mark. Because you know what? When I first do the question, I stuck there quite for a while, You know why I stuck? I'm pretty sure, Zhang, you have the same, I think only lah. I think you have the same mistake like what I did. When I look at this question, right? Because I said I didn't do I just compare, I see whether I can do or not. Then after that, I compare answer. Then you know what? I stuck a bit. You know what I stuck? I go and try my best to get my A value. I said, they didn't give information how I get the A value. You get what I mean? Because I didn't see any coordinate. Then after that, when I look through the question one more time, after a while, because whenever I stuck in a question, right? I will tell myself not to look at the question first. Later, I come back. Then after I come back, I look at the word range. Then I slap myself very hard. I said, range. They didn't say they state the value of A. They say range. Then I said, shit. Okay, so number 2. The water rocket reaches a maximum height of 5. So this one maximum height 5. Then after that, they say eventually land. Okay, land at 8. So this one 8 meters. You see meter. Okay, land at 8. So meaning this will be 4 lah. So this will be coordinate of 4, 5 lah for your maximum value, right? Yeah. State the coordinate of the maximum value. 4, 5. Section C. But of course, number one, okay lah, number 1, if let's say in SPM, I might get stuck. I might get stuck. I admit this one. Okay, I admit. Okay, so I don't want to say like, oh, I'm teacher, I can do everything. So, okay, I'll tell you one if I got stuck. Okay, now B. Okay, B. Table 11 shows the estimated production cost for a unit of water rocket for several teams which competed in a STEM carnival. Okay, STEM carnival. So, you can see estimated cost, you can see the number of teams, standard deviation, standard deviation, okay. So this one you have to use midpoint. So you have to get the midpoint first. So I quickly get my midpoints. Hey, students, all the questions I go through, I try my best to fit as much as information, but I didn't put one information, which is logical reasoning. Of course, derivation, all these things, I didn't put it as well. So logical reasoning is one of that big chapter that you must know, especially on induction, deduction, all these things. So I didn't put it over here, but I will do it in last minute class. Okay, so just to mention to you, this is not enough. You need to do more. Okay, that's why I said, besides last minute class, we have another extra this seminar. You cover most of it. Like you cover basically 100%. I mean, whatever things up. Of course, the question impossible to be 100% same one, right? But you need to know the skills. Okay, hey, Yogi, so fast one. Oh, okay, okay, so midpoint, everyone come quick. Midpoint. I'm very happy. I want to finish already. 5 plus 19 divide by 2. 12. 20 plus 24 divide by 2. 22. Hungry, I haven't eaten yet. 27. Hey, crazy one. I've been doing the same mistake. Why? Hmm? Hey, student, wait. I think there is a mistake. Okay, I think there is a mistake, everyone. Yeah, I think there is a mistake. 32, 27, 32. Yeah, there is a mistake, everyone. Do you notice this range is a bit crazy? Right? Can you change the range for me? This range a bit crazy, huh? 15. 15. 15. So because the pattern's supposed to be obvious one. This one got problem. So can you change for me? You change already, you type W. So I know you change already. Student, this one. It's not 5, the question got problem. Yeah, so this one's supposed to be 15, not 5. 15. Change already, you put W. So that's why your midpoint will be 70. You see, it must be in the correct pattern one, but the pattern is not correct. That's why I say what's weird one. The question got problem. Okay, reminder, make sure you go through logical reasoning. Make sure you go through logical reasoning. Okay, but again, logical reasoning, I got all the revision questions. You can go through them every single time. Okay, so you cannot find, let me know. Just go my YouTube channel. You can see all the information there. You just type logical reasoning and change it. Okay, now standard deviation as usual lah. Okay, as usual. So we're gonna put like find the midpoint, the mean first. Mean equals to 5 times 17 plus 3 times 22 plus 6 times 27 plus 2 times 32, and everything you're gonna divide by what? Everything you're gonna divide by 5 plus 3 plus 6 plus 2. So eventually you type everything, you boom into your calculator, you get 23.56. Okay, so that will be your mean. Okay, nothing much lah. Okay, nothing much. Like standard question for standard deviation, you always do the same thing. But most of the time, your standard deviation, if let's say like 5 marks, 6 marks, they normally ask you to compare. Then students, why don't you tell me in the chat? When your standard deviation you're comparing, you always pick which one as the best selection. You always pick which one as the consistent one, the smaller standard deviation. Okay, if let's say they ask you to compare, very good, the lower, the smaller one. Okay, let's come into the standard deviation now. You can put title, you can put symbol, it's okay. So a huge square root, you over total frequency, right? Total frequency minus mean. Then this one will be how much? Every single data you have to square. So your data is your 17, you know. So your 17 square, your 17 square, there is 5 of them. So you don't do something that's stupid like me last time, you know, 17 square plus 17 square plus 17 square plus 17 square 5 times. You just times 5 can already. But of course, I remember in normal class and in YouTube, I show you how to use calculator to hack the process, right? So I'm not showing you here. So you can check it out there. Then you have 3 22 square, 6 27 square, and then 2 32 square. Then you boom everything to calculator. So eventually, how much do you get? You get 5.23. That's your standard deviation. So it's a free 3 marks, 6 marks in total now. So we get another 9 marks. Whiling, another day, another live class. No, because yesterday we too tired already. So we finish our unfinished task. Yeah, so we wake up, we straight away do already. Okay, continue. Okay, so continue. So we have our final two parts, C and D, then we can chow already. Whoa! Okay, now C. C is about volume lah. Okay, it's about volume. This one volume. Title is different, you know. This one volume. Basically solid geometry lah. Solid geometry, volume. Okay, CMQ. So the previous one is about standard deviation, no? Okay, standard deviation. And what is the title to standard deviation? Measures of dispersion. For this situation, it's for group data. Why is it group data? There? Because there's a range, then there's a class. There's a class. So the previous one, this one, quadratic function. Okay, quadratic function. Okay, can? Now continue. Continue here. So diagram 13 shows the design of a water rocket bottle. See, continuous but irrelevant stuff. The information doesn't bring down, right? But the idea brings down rocket again. Okay, consists of a combination of hemisphere. So your hemisphere, by the way, it's about volume lah. So I know the formula will be 2/3 pi r cube, not square. Formula is given. Okay, formula is given in the answer sheet. Sorry, in the formula sheet in front of your paper. I mean, not here lah, in your SPM. Okay, so I will give it to you now. So over here, this is the cylinder. So cylinder will be pi r square h. The cone below 1/3 pi r square h. So everything is there already. Okay, so I read. So the question says, diagram 13 shows design of water rocket bottle consists of combination of three things: hemisphere, cylinder, cone, done. So all the formulas I give it to you already. It is given that all the three shapes have the same radius. So the radius is 5 lah. Okay, the radius is 5 lah. And then they say, oh, sorry, I missed out something. I missed out something. And I haven't read yet. The height of the cylinder. The height of the cylinder, how much? Cylinder, the whole thing, I put in red lah. The height of the cylinder is 4 times the radius. 4 times its radius. So it means 20. Then the height of the cone. Height of the cone means this one. The height of the cone is the same as the radius 5. This one is the slant height, different, not height. Slant height, they will say slant height. S-L-A-N-T. Slant height. They will say that. But if I say you put height, means 90 degree height. Okay, so this is a 90 degree height. This one 20. Because they say, why 20? Because they say that, you see, 4 times its radius. Okay, your hemisphere, you need the height for what? You go up, it's the same 5. Right? Okay, then they say, if 1/3 of the volume of the bottle is filled with water, calculate the value of H. Okay. So basically, what we need to do is to do a lot of different calculations. Okay, we have to do a few parts. Okay, we have to do a few parts. So the few parts, okay, let me just quickly find every single calculations. I want to get the total volume of the rocket first. Okay, total volume of the rocket. Okay, total volume of the rocket. Okay, students, look at this. Okay, total volume of the rocket. So total volume of the rocket bottle. Okay, rocket bottle. Okay, so because what I'm trying to do here is to get the total, then minus the what's it called? Minus the volume, because 1/3 of the bottle is filled up, so I minus 1/3 of the bottle. So later I will do that. Okay, so what I need to do is my hemisphere 2/3 pi 22/7, because they say that, right? And radius 5 cube. And then plus my cylinder 22/7 times with radius of 5 square times with height of 20, right? So far, okay? Then continue. Then continue, we have another part. So we have another part which is our cone. So 1/3 pi 22/7. The radius is 5 and the height is 5. Okay, height is 5. Okay, so everyone, can you quickly calculate this for me and get me the final answer to this? If let's say a lot of decimal point, then you put in fraction format. I put in fraction format. Yep. Can go ahead and I will copy your answer. If let's say fraction, let's say a lot of decimal point, then fraction. If let's say like 1 decimal point basically, then you put decimal point is okay. So the cone. Very good. 13570/7 cm cube. Thank you very much. Can. 2/3 is because of what, Because your original sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. Because hemisphere is half. That's why you divide by 2 or maybe times 1/2. So basically you simplify, that's why it becomes 2/3. Hemisphere. Okay, now so students, next, so the water volume. So another part will be your water volume. The water volume product. Volume of the water. So basically you take your answer 13570/7, you times with 1/3 lah, 1/3 so just now your answer 13570/7, and then you times 1/3, you will get 13570/21 cm cube. Then now you have to work backwards already. 7. I write wrongly. 75. 75. 75. Thank you. Okay. Now, so after you get this answer, because they want to get the height, the h mark, right? So we have to what? We have to make sure. Okay, we have to make sure we combine these two parts, okay, and do the calculation. But let me tell you something, because we know this part already, correct? So I will continue the question on top. So this one part 1, part 2, and my part 3 is here. Okay, part 1, part 2, part 3, I put it over here. Okay, I put it over here. Now, of course, in your exam, they'll give you space. It's just that I squeeze it. Okay, so over here, let me show you something. This part you know already. This part below, your answer is here. Correct? So if let's say you do it separately, it will be 1/3 times 22/7 times 5 times 5 times 5. So this thing is 2750/21. So what I do is that I take the water volume 1375/21. I minus this part first. So I will be getting what? I'll be getting 11000/21. And this thing is equivalent to so this thing is equivalent to what? To the cylinder on top. So the cylinder on top, it will be pi radius square times partial of the height. So the partial of the height, let's say lah, I place it as x. So I work out the x first. Okay, I work out the x first. So I calculate this and throw that and divide lah. Okay, so x equals to 22 over 7 times 25. So 11000 over 21 divide by my answer just now. I get x equals to how much? I get 20 over 3. It's okay one, it's decimal. Because a lot of like over 7, this kind of like prime number, this information, so high chance you get weird decimal points answer. So just put it as fraction. So therefore, h equals to 20 over 3 plus that extra 5 cm below. Then you will get the answer already, no? So plus 5. So you will get how much? They say value of h only, so 35 over 3 cm. Or maybe you put in decimal, 11.67 cm. But let's say you have so many decimal points that you put fraction, it's actually better. So that's for your part C. It's about volume. Okay, it's about volume. This volume question a bit, not to say very, very hard, but there are so many things that you have to do part by part. Everything is about formula for your volumes. Most of the time it's like cm cube volume. It comes out surface area before, but then low chance. Volume is easier. Okay, easier to handle. Okay, easier to handle. Okay, come. Final question. Then we can go makan already. Final question, part D. And remember to do your plan elevation, then you can show me lah. Okay, everyone. Final question is about doing substitution only. Doing substitution only. So let's do the substitution everything lah. Okay. So everyone, this question over here. You know what? Okay, I read first. The relationship between the launching angle of the water rocket, theta, and the landing distance L is represented by a trigonometry formula. Yeah, they give you already. Okay, where U is the initial velocity. In case students don't know what is velocity, speed. Speed. In our mathematical context means speed. Okay, in case you want to know, speed. Then G is the gravitational acceleration. What the heck? By 2. But I repeat, I'm an art class student. In my eyes, right, when I see all these things, it's about value, substitute, done. Title, put inside, done. Okay? Because we are not science. Okay. A student wants to determine whether 30 degrees or 45 degrees as the launching angle of his water rocket, so that the water rocket will land further. Okay, will land further. So this is what they want. Okay, but before that, can you see they put there theta is the landing distance. My gosh. Can you see theta is the launching angle and landing distance is the L. The one just now I didn't underline, so you have to know that. So the next thing they put there, there's two versions. One is 30 degrees and one is 45 degrees. Correct? Okay. Now, so the next thing, it says given that it is given that U is 20 meter per second. Okay, meter s negative 1 meter per second. G is 10 meter per s square. Without using calculator, determine the best launching angle for the water rocket. So basically, what is best in this situation? It means the furthest the better lah. Right? The furthest the better lah. So what we have to do is like this. Okay, I start. So landing distance equals to U squared 20 over G. G, what is it? G is given as 10. Then bracket 2 sine what? Theta for this situation will be got 2 lah. So one is 30 and one is 45. So I do both lah. So 30 degrees cos 30 degrees. So another one, you are comparing another landing distance, 20 over 10, 2 sine 45 degrees, cos 45 degrees, then you will need to get the two answers. Okay, these two answers, now I already said if you cannot handle this, then you do another question because section C you have question 16 and question 17 to choose. So for this case, I would say if you didn't memorize before, then probably you will stuck there. But the worst case will be at least you get a few marks because you do the substitution. Okay, so 4 marks maybe you get 2 marks. Okay, but let me tell you how I handle this question using what I remember before. Okay, I show you how I memorize. I always start using equilateral of 2. This is how I memorize. And then after that, I use another one, which is a right angle triangle, where this is 1 and 1. Okay, this is 1 and 1. Student will be like, teacher, what do you mean? Why you're doing this? Because I don't want to memorize. That's why because I'm a picture kind of person, So I memorize picture instead of memorize figures. So after I memorize picture, you know what I do? I will try to fit in all the potential sine, cos, tan angles. And how I know all the potential angles? Equilateral get me 60. Right angle triangle, which is isosceles, get me 45 degrees. You saw that? Then student will say, teacher, then where's the 30 degrees? Come on, this is trigonometry. You need right angle triangle. That's why you have 30 degrees here. Then students, how do I get the line in the middle? Simple. This is 2. This is 1. This is square root how much? Take a guess. No calculator needed. No calculator needed. No calculator allowed. They say without using calculator. So it will be 2 square minus 1 square. This is square root 3. This is square root 2. 1 square plus 1 square minus square root 2. Okay, square root 2. Then you have 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60 degrees. But 60 I can skip because they want 30 and 45 only. So you see what I do? So I go for sine and cos only. You see how I read? You see how I read, everybody? According to 30 degrees, I want sine and cos. You see how I read? 30 degrees here, you can use the other side, it's the same. So according to 30, opposite, it's 1. Hypotenuse is 2. So cos 30 degrees, 1 over 2. Can. Sorry, cos polar, I said cos. Sine 30 degrees, 1 over 2. Then how about cos 30? Cos is adjacent hypotenuse, adjacent. See, adjacent square root 3, hypotenuse 2. So it will be square root 3 over 2. So I get these two answers already. I replace 20 over 10, 2 times with 1 over 2 and square root 3 over 2. So later I simplify. So you see, I get my values already. Okay, then next, the other one, I want 45 degree. Okay, I go to 45. I go for sine. Opposite hypotenuse. 1 over square root 2. So I go for cos. Adjacent hypotenuse. It's also 1 over square root 2. So I start replacing. So that's why I say this one a bit, okay lah. I would say this one consider, if let's say you totally forget about this, where this one is actually Form 3. And some Form 3 students, some Form 3 teachers, including me myself, I don't really talk about this. I only talk about it if I have extra time only. So normally we don't do one. So this one is a bit, I would say a bit, okay lah. Student might get stuck. Okay, this question. This one 1 over square root 2. But the way to hack is by memorizing these two. So I'm a visual kind of person and pictorial memory. So I remember pictures instead of numbers. So I remember picture, then I can get my values easily. For me, I will do that way. Then I will start simplifying already. Okay, I'll start simplifying already. Okay, so when I start simplifying, you see, okay, I start simplifying. So L equals to, now, just normal calculations, cut, right? You get 20 over 10, bracket square root 3 over 2. Come on, 20 over 10 is this one. Right? Or, then after that, you cut the... sorry, I missed out square. I'm so sorry. You see, I missed out square. Yo, apasal. What happened to me? You see, I missed out square. I put back the square. I'm so sorry. Can you put the square inside for me? You put the square already, you type 2. So I know you changed already. You see U square, right? I forget the square. So be careful. Because after I cut, I noticed, why so small? Because the value is supposed to be larger one. Okay, you change already, you type 2. I forget the square. Then, of course, I know already. So L equals to 400 over 10 bracket square root 3 over 2. So cut. You cut the 2 and 40. So L equals to 20 over square root 3 meters. Students, handle the next one for me. Tell me the final figure for angle 45. Then we can decide which one further. Then we can decide which one further. Go ahead. Square root 2. Cannot. But of course you can chewy use. Square root 2 times square root 2 is actually 2. Then you cut L 40 meters. So therefore, angle 45. Okay, angle 45 is the best launching angle. Everybody, congratulations. We have finished our question, our unfinished task. So you have two things to do: your locus question and the extra speed time graph question where we didn't do it, and your plan and elevation. So 3 questions you can try it yourself, and then you can check the answer with me in the description. But of course, I haven't posted it yet. So after we end this session, I will quickly conclude it and post it inside. But of course, now you can't see it. After half an hour, you check again. Then you will be able to see every single things. Okay, so students, again, wish you super all the best in every single subject. Okay, you will definitely get your desired results. Okay, I'll stop here today and I will... Okay, bye.